Our presentation is going to be on types of emotions. To follow along, locate Chapter 4, pages 155 to 156 in your textbook.
Emotions are like colors. Some are simpler, like the primary colors, whereas others are blends, like the secondary and tertiary colors which are made from the primary colors.
Robert Plutchik chose 8 primary emotions for his emotion wheel. They make up the innermost circle of the wheel. Grief, rage, and amazement are just a few. The mixed emotions are emotions not found on the wheel or are the emotions made up of the primary emotions. They include sadness, disapproval, optimism, and many more. You may not agree with the primary emotions Robert Plutchik chose, but we all must agree that feelings need to be described with more than one term or word.
Here are some examples of emotional scenarios. Can you think of any emotion that might take over you in each situation? While they are being read, try to answer these 2 questions. How would I feel? And what feelings might I express? Scenario 1. You and your companion have a fight just before leaving for a party. Deep inside, you know that you were mostly to blame, even though you aren't willing to admit it. When you arrive at the party, your companion leaves you to flirt with several other attractive guests. In this scenario, you may have come up with the feelings of guilt at contributing to the fight, hurt, and perhaps embarrassment at your friend's flirting, and possibly anger at this sort of vengefulness. Scenario 2. An out-of-town friend has promised to arrive at your house by 6 o'clock. When he hasn't arrived by 9, you are convinced that a terrible accident has occurred. Just as you pick up the phone to call the police and local hospitals, your friend breezes through the door with an offhand remark about getting a late start. Consider the case of the overdue friend. Your first reaction to his arrival would probably be relief. Thank goodness he's safe. But you would also be likely to feel anger. Why didn't he phone you? Or why didn't he tell you that he'd be late? There could also be feelings of aggressiveness, optimism, love, submission, awe, disappointment, surprise, fear, and many more.
Intense and mild emotions. There is a scale of intensity for every emotion. It is highly important to decide the degree of intensity for each emotion in order to present your feelings accordingly. Intensity of emotions. Intensity of emotions can be compared to intensity of colors. Each grade of color represents an emotion from its weakest intensity to its most intense. This grade illustrates the importance of selecting the correct emotion as well as the appropriate intensity for that emotion. Recognizing your emotions. Recognizing your emotions can be tough but also very beneficial. Take a step back and try to remember all of the emotions that you felt today thus far. When you are finished, ask yourself these questions. How did you recognize the emotions you felt? Did you have any difficulty deciding which emotions you were feeling? What emotions do you have the most often? Are they primary or mixed, mild or intense? This exercise will help you understand the role of the emotions you have chosen to have and their effect on the situation in which they have occurred.
Thank you for watching.